Be honest, how many curls have you done chasing bigger arms this year? Hundreds? Thousands? And they're still not where you want them. That's not because you're not working hard. It's because all those curls only train about a third of your arm. The other 2/3, the part that actually makes your arms look big, you've barely touched. Give me 30 days and a pair of dumbbells, and I'll show you how to finally build it. So here's what this video is. A 30-day arm plan you can do at home with nothing but dumbbells. And I'm going to be straight with you, because that's what I do here. 30 days won't add 2 inches to your arms. Nobody can promise that. And anyone who does is lying to you. But if your arms have been stuck, if you've been training them wrong or barely training them at all, then 30 days of doing it right will give you real, visible progress. The kind you'll see in the mirror and feel in your sleeves. The whole plan is simple. Train your triceps first, because that's where the size is. Train your biceps through a full range. Finish with a little forearm work. 2 to 3 times a week, every rep controlled. Let me show you exactly how. Starting with why your arms have been stuck in the first place. Your arm is 2 parts, the upper arm and the forearm. In the upper arm, you've got your biceps on the front and your triceps on the back. Here's the part that changes everything. Your triceps are about 2/3 of your upper arm. Your biceps are only about 1/3. So when curls are all you do, you're blowing up the small muscle and ignoring the big one. That's why your arms stall. And the good news? Arms are small muscles and they recover fast. That's exactly why 30 focused days is enough to see a real change. So let's start where the size actually is, the triceps. Your triceps make up most of your upper arm size, so they get trained first while you're fresh. And there's one part of the triceps that matters most for size, the long head. It's the biggest part, and it runs down the back of your arm. The trick to growing it is this. You have to get your arm overhead, because that puts the long head on a deep stretch. And that stretch is where the growth comes from. Keep that in mind, because most of these moves are built around it. 4 exercises. Number 1, the overhead dumbbell triceps extension. Hold one dumbbell with both hands. Press it straight overhead, then lower it slowly behind your head and stretch, then press back up. That overhead position is hitting the long head exactly where it grows. Keep your elbows pointing forward, not flaring out wide. Number 2, the dumbbell skull crusher. Lie down on the floor or a bench, dumbbells held straight up over your chest, and lower them down toward your forehead by bending at the elbows. Then extend back up. This hits the triceps from a different angle. Keep your upper arm still. Only the forearms move. Number 3, the single arm overhead extension. Same idea as the first one, but one arm at a time. Doing it single arm lets you focus, get a deeper stretch, and fix any imbalance between your left and right side. Slow on the way down, full stretch at the bottom. Number 4, the dumbbell floor press. Lie on your back, dumbbells at your chest, and press them up. Because you're on the floor, your elbows stop at a safe depth. It's easy on the shoulders, and it lets you go heavier than the isolation moves. This one hits all 3 heads of the triceps and lets you actually load them. The big mistake on all of these? Turning a triceps move into a shoulder move. Keep your upper arm still and let the elbow do the work. The triceps job is to straighten your elbow, so own that every rep. Now the biceps. They're the smaller third, but they're the front of your arm and the peak, so they still matter. The key here isn't doing more curls, it's doing them right. Full range, full control, no swinging. 3 exercises. Number 1, the incline dumbbell curl. Sit back on an incline bench so your arms hang straight down behind your body and curl from there. No incline bench? No problem. Use a normal chair with a firm pillow behind your upper back. Lean back slightly, let your arms hang behind your body, and curl from that stretched position. Similar effect. No bench needed. That position stretches the bicep more than a standing curl ever could. And that stretch hits the long head of the bicep, the part that builds the peak. This is one of the best bicep builders there is, and almost nobody does it. Number 2, the hammer curl. Hold the dumbbells like hammers. Palms facing each other, thumbs up, and curl. That neutral grip shifts the work onto the brachialis, and I'll explain why that's a secret weapon in a second. It also hits your forearm at the same time. Number 3, the Zottman curl. This one's a 2-for-1. Curl the dumbbells up like a normal curl. That's your bicep. Then at the top, rotate your wrists so your palms face down and lower them slowly in that position. That's your forearm. So one move trains your bicep on the way up, and your forearm on the way down. Brilliant for building complete arms. The big mistake on biceps? Swinging the weight up with your back and your hips. If you're throwing it, your bicep is barely working. Drop the weight. Control every rep. A clean curl will outbuild a sloppy heavy one every single time. Quick thing, and this is the secret weapon I mentioned. There's a muscle called the brachialis that sits underneath your biceps, between the biceps and triceps. When you build it, it pushes your bicep up and makes your whole arm look thicker, wider, especially from the side. Most guys never train it directly, but you just did. Those hammer curls and Zottman curls hit it. So you're already building the width that makes an arm look full, not just a little peak on the front. Last part, a quick forearm finish to round out the whole arm. Now, your forearms are honestly their own thing, with their own full video. So here we're just doing 2 basic moves to top it off. First, dumbbell wrist curls. Rest your forearms on your thighs, palms facing up, dumbbells in your hands. Let the weight roll down to your fingers, then curl your wrists up and squeeze. That trains the underside of your forearm. Second, dumbbell reverse wrist curls. Same position, but flip your palms to face down. Lift the back of your hands up towards you. That trains the top of your forearm, the part most guys completely skip. Lightweight, slow, full range. These are small muscles. Don't ego lift them. And between these 2 moves and the hammer and Zottman curls from earlier, your forearms got hit from a few different angles today. If you've got dumbbells, just use them wherever my full forearm video uses a backpack. More on that one at the end. So let's turn this into a real plan. Not one giant workout, but 2 short sessions you alternate. Workout A and Workout B. Each one's about 30 minutes. Workout A, size day, overhead dumbbell triceps extension, dumbbell floor press, incline dumbbell curl, hammer curl, and wrist curls to finish. Workout B, stretch and thickness day, dumbbell skull crusher, single arm overhead extension, Zottman curl, incline curl, and reverse wrist curls to finish. For every exercise, 2 to 3 sets, 8 to 12 reps on the upper arm moves, triceps and biceps, 12 to 20 reps on the forearm moves, since they're smaller and built for higher reps. Here's the simple volume rule that keeps it recoverable. If you train arms twice a week, do 3 sets per exercise. If you train 3 times a week, drop to 2 sets per exercise. More frequency, slightly fewer sets each time. That way, the total work stays in the right range, and you don't overcook them. Now the schedule. If you train arms twice a week, it's simple. Workout A on the first day, workout B on the second. A, then B. If you train arms 3 times a week, you alternate across the weeks. Week 1 is A, B, A. Week 2 is B, A, B. Then you just repeat that for the full 30 days. That way, both workouts get equal attention over time and nothing gets overtrained. And here's what actually makes this a 30-day plan instead of just a workout. Each week has a job. This is how you force real progress in a month. Week 1, learn the form. Don't chase heavy weight yet. Use a weight you can fully control and focus on a full range and feeling the right muscle work on every single rep. This week, you're building the foundation. Week 2, add reps. Same weights, but push for more reps on each set than you got last week. If you hit 8 last week, go for 10 this week. You're building work capacity. Week 3, slow the negatives. Now take 3 full seconds to lower the weight on every rep. That slow, controlled lowering creates a huge amount of tension, and tension is what grows muscle. The same dumbbell suddenly feels twice as hard. Week 4, add weight or push close to failure. Now you go heavier where you can, or you take your sets close to the point where you couldn't do another clean rep. This is the week you cash in everything you built. 4 weeks, learn it, add reps, slow it down, then push it. That's a real month of progress, not the same workout on repeat. The arm mistakes to stop making. Don't train only biceps and ignore triceps. You now know that's the smaller third. You're leaving most of your arm on the table. Don't use too much weight and swing it. Ego lifting feels good and builds nothing. Don't cut your range short. Half reps build half results. Full stretch, full squeeze. Don't ignore the long head of your triceps. That's why the overhead work matters, or the brachialis, which is why the hammer curls matter. And don't treat arms as an afterthought. 3 tired sets at the end of leg day? Small muscles still need real, focused work. And the honest truth on the 30 days, this gives you real, visible progress, especially if your arms have been neglected. But it's a strong start, not a finish line. Keep training like this past the month, and they'll keep growing. 30 days proves it works. Then you just keep going. So here's the whole thing in one breath. Your triceps make up most of your upper arm size, so train them first and get your arm overhead to stretch the long head where the growth is. Train your biceps through a full range, not by swinging. Let the hammer and Zottman curls build your width and your forearms, and finish each session with wrist curls in workout A and reverse wrist curls in workout B. Hit it 2 to 3 times a week, control every rep, and follow the 4-week progression. Do that for 30 days, and you'll finally see the arms all those curls were supposed to give you. Run this for 30 days and watch your sleeves get tighter. And look, most guys think the secret to bigger arms is just more curls. Not even close. Comment triceps and tell me honestly, how often have you actually been training them? And if you want the full forearm plan, watch this next. That video breaks down flexors, extensors, brachioradialis, and grip. It uses backpacks and water bottles, but if you've got dumbbells, just swap them in. Go watch that one next.